Okay, so if you've been watching my videos for a while, then you'll know that my favourite music artist is Dodie / previously Dodie Clark, previously Doddle Oddle on YouTube. And today, her EP, Intertwined, was released, and I have a lot of emotions. When I listen to albums and EPs and whatnot for the first time, I tend to kind of try to find a story in it. I like to listen to the songs in order and see how they all link together and the meaning behind them, because I'm an English nerd, okay? Not very musical, so this review, it's not really a review, isn't gonna be like, oh, so there was violins there, because I have no idea about anything like that. Yeah, it's just about the emotions. Like everything on this channel, let's be real, everything is about the emotions. Most of the songs that were on the EP I'd already kind of heard because she'd released them on her YouTube channel, but usually she does them very acoustically. It was such a different experience listening to them with all the background and the different bits she'd put in, and wow, it was intense. It was intense.
Intertwined.
The first song on the EP is Intertwined. So it's clearly about love, right? It's about being so deeply in love with someone and so dependent on them that they become not only physically but also like mentally and emotionally intertwined with you. Like you become one being. Can't say I've had experience with it. The background like accompaniment kind of sounds like a waltz, and you can kind of just imagine this couple like dancing around like in each other's arms, but it also has this like crackling at the beginning, okay, which gives it this kind of old-fashioned quality, and it's also kind of dreamlike, especially when the backing voices kind of come in and they're like humming, and I just think it sounds like a dream or like a distant memory, like when you have like a really great memory of an awesome time, but it's a little fuzzy around the edges and you maybe only remember the great bits. It kind of feels nostalgic. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Which made me think that maybe this whole relationship is kind of like wishful thinking or like a memory. So it never really existed literally as it is described in the song, which could make it sad, but I don't think it makes it any less real or truthful. It's like a perfect snapshot of a moment in time. I don't know, I overthink things.
I have a hole in my tooth.
I have a hole in my tooth and my dentist is shut. I never expected this song to be such a big thing for Dodie. When I first watched it, I'm not even sure if I liked it that much. Now I just love it, of course. It gets in your head, which is kind of annoying because it just repeats over and over and over and over again. It's the only recorded song I've ever heard that is not horrible. This was kind of just a fun, silly little song. It has like a childlike quality to it, especially with the recorder. I don't know if this is a thing elsewhere in the world, but here in England, or at least for me, we learned recorder in primary school, so it kind of takes me back to that time. But it definitely never sounded as good as when Dodie's playing it, especially when it was me. Like I said, not musical. For me, it kind of fits with like not being ready to grow up and being a bit disorganized and not the grown-up that people expect you to be. The EP has a couple of these little interludes that are just like 30-second long little songs, and they're lovely.
She's absolutely smitten and she'll never let you go.
Why am I getting emotional? Okay, chill Emma, it's just, that's meant to be a happy song. Absolutely smitten. If you don't know Dodie, then why are you watching this video? She wrote this song a long time ago. So this is kind of her very youthful song. It's like little teenage Dodie with a crush. Like she's super infatuated with someone. For most of the song, it uses she pronouns, like talking about someone else. And this was definitely not the intention as she wrote it like a long time ago. But now when she sings it, it kind of feels like she's singing about teenage Dodie, who she isn't anymore. Like she's a grown up, she's a different person. It kind of embodies teen relationships. I mean, can't say I've had much experience to explain it. You know, like in a teen movie where they have the cute little couple and they all like fall completely head over heels in love with each other and it seems like a really big dramatic deal. That's what this song feels like to me. Optimism, positivity, joy. It's good, it's a happy song. It feels very not alone. That's not good grammar, but you know what I mean. Very unlike Intertwined, actually. Even though they have kind of similar subject matters about like being in love and whatever, they have a completely different feel to them. Intertwined is so quiet and intimate, whereas this one, it feels like everyone else is joining in with the background singers. It's got a very full sound. And they've got like distant talking at the start and then the laughter at the end. It feels like a party, like it feels like everyone's getting involved in this fun little happy song, you know? Because it's the Doddle classic. It kind of feels like this song is meant for us, for the people who watch her videos and the people that have supported her for a really long time. This is the end screen song of her videos. It's a song everyone sings along to at her shows because they all know the words. And the way it's kind of arranged really fits with that. It feels inclusive. It feels like you're a part of something.
When I'm 80 years old and alone in my chair, will I look back at safety and be glad I didn't care? No! I can hear.
This is another little interlude called Life Lesson. It's all about living in the moment, living while you're young, hashtag YOLO. This song feels quite different to the rest of the EP, and I just found out that she actually wrote it like while recording it, whereas she wrote a lot of the others before, and that makes a lot of sense because it feels like it's got a completely different mindset, a different maturity. I feel like a lot of the other songs on the EP are very retrospective. They're like memories, like looking back. Whereas this is about the present and the future. Now, I don't know Dodie, but she talks a lot in her videos about living too much in the past. And I feel like this song is showing her moving on from that.
'Cause I'm sick of losing soulmates. So where do we begin?
This is the classic, the single that goes with the EP and my absolute fave. It's about friendship. There's so many songs out there that focus so much on love, but romantic love. No one ever gives a good word for platonic love, and I think this one does it great. Again, it looks into the past, but this one also looks forward. It marks the decision to continue a friendship into the unknown. It feels very dramatic with like the build up and the backing singers and all the stuff that she's added in to make it so cool. And I feel like it shows the weight of the situation. It shows the value of this friendship to her. And I think that means so much. Friendships like this are the constants in one's life. While romances can be fleeting, nothing more than a perfect snapshot of a memory, like shown in some of the other songs on the EP. These platonic soulmates are always there, and this song shows how great and important it is to hold on to them. And I love it so much.
Am I the only one wishing life away? Never caught up in the moment, busy begging the past to stay.
I have been listening to this song non-stop since Dodie uploaded it. It's my favourite of hers at the moment, which is saying something because I love all her songs a lot. Can you tell? This is almost like a counter to Life Lesson. It's like the complete opposite. Life Lesson was talking about living in the moment and being present. This is about living in the past. But I feel like this is kind of the song that she had to make to get it out of the way to then move on to what she discovers in Life Lesson. I feel like this song explains the whole damn EP, okay? The first line, I think I've been telling lies because I've never been in love. This fits with Intertwined and Absolutely Smitten so much, or at least my interpretations of them. Intertwined was just a dream or an idealized memory, and Absolutely Smitten is about teenage infatuation, a crush, not love. This line kind of shows that those songs were lies. They were beautiful lies, and I think that fits with like the idea of like memories not being exactly what they seem, because the more you remember something, the less accurate it is to what the actual event happened, and both of those songs feel like memories to me. Got to get it in my head, I'll never be 16 again. This links again to Absolutely Smitten. Dodie is still playing that song she wrote when she was like 16, maybe a bit older, but she's not that person anymore. I think most of all, this final song makes the EP feel quite open-ended, but like in the best way. I'm waiting to live, still waiting to love is one of the lines. She's still young, she's still got so much life ahead of her, and this wonderful little EP is just the start. I can't wait to see what you do next, Dodie. Okay, I'm excited. Maybe I'm reading too much into this little EP that's just some really great music. If you've listened to the EP, let me know what you think of it down below, and let me know if you agree with any of my interpretations or if you have different interpretations. I won't do this again. Bye!
Don't know anything, but you talk endlessly.